YouTube, how we doing, family? It's your boy, Yo, and this is another episode of the Ballpark Show. I go through every MLB game every day and try and narrow it down to the plays that I personally see the most value in. Today's Monday, July 28th. I have 3 games and 4 props at the end, so stick around. I do this every day for free, so please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know your favorite game in the comment section below. Without further ado, let me get into today's recap. Recapping yesterday, we cashed our highlighted play of the day. We took the Miami Marlins and Milwaukee Brewers under 7.5 runs. It played out exactly how we expected, a pitcher's duel, and they handed off to 2 solid bullpens. Final score was 3-2 Milwaukee. It was cool to get back in that win column, but I need to start a streak today. Let's go get number 15. Without further ado, let me get into today's games. In our first matchup of the evening, we have the Toronto Blue Jays in Baltimore taking on the Baltimore Orioles. Orioles are minus 112 on the money line, and the total is 9.5 runs. On the mound, we have Chris Bassett going for Toronto, and we have Zach Eflin going for Baltimore. Overall, this is a really interesting matchup. Bassett's had the better numbers, and he's expected to improve as the season goes on. Eflin has the considerably higher ERA at 5.78, but he's also expected to have major improvement. When I look at their expected ERAs, they're almost the same, and that tells me Eflin has more upside to his game. This Blue Jays offense has been the best in the league over the last 30 days, but I don't see them sustaining that moving forward just based on their lineup. If we're going off what we've seen in the last month, the Blue Jays do have the clear advantage. I'm going off of what I see moving forward, and I think the Orioles are the play here. We're taking the Orioles on the money line as our first selection of the evening. Let's move. In our next matchup, we have the Los Angeles Dodgers in Cincinnati taking on the Cincinnati Reds. Dodgers are minus 157 on the money line, and the total is 9 runs. On the mound, we have Yoshinobu Yamamoto going for LA, and we have Chase Burns going for Cincinnati. Burns is expected to improve as the season goes on, but this is still a mismatch all the way through. Yamamoto literally has less than half of Burns' current ERA, and he has outstanding expected numbers. I know the Dodgers lineup has been relatively quiet recently, but that's why we're getting a decent price. I think they break out against Burns and at least get the run line covered. It's not like this is a tall order for Yamamoto or the Dodgers bullpen. The Reds offense ranks 26th in the league over the last 30 days, and that's showing up in spots. Lock in, we're taking the Dodgers laying the 1.5 runs as our highlighted selection of the evening. Let's move. In our last and final matchup, we have the Miami Marlins in St. Louis taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals are minus 114 on the money line, and the total is 8 runs. On the mound, we have Edward Cabrera going for Miami, and we have Andre Pallante going for St. Louis. This is another pretty sizable pitching mismatch. Cabrera has a 3.48 ERA and a 3.79 expected ERA. That's elite, and with how this Marlins lineup has been batting, you're going to win a lot of those games. Pallante currently has a 4.91 ERA and a 4.26 expected ERA. That's decent, but with this Cardinals lineup behind you, it's more of a coin flip. Marlins have the better starting pitcher, better lineup, and similar bullpen as Dogs. Sign me up. We're taking the Marlins on the money line as our last and final selection. All right, guys, let's get into those props. We've been sliding a bit, but I need to get back in that win column. First, we're taking Will Smith of the Los Angeles Dodgers to get 1 run or RBI. He didn't go yesterday, so we had no action, but like I said, behind Shohei, he's hitting for the most power on the team. Love the matchup against Burns. I think he gets it done. Next, we're taking Kyle Schwarber of the Philadelphia Phillies to get 2 or more bases. When Schwarber gets in that mode, he can go yard at any moment. He's making a ton of hard contact. Lock it in. Next, we're taking Otto Lopez of the Miami Marlins to get 1 run or RBI. Marlins always have the bases turning, and it feels like every at-bat, Otto's a sac fly away from getting on the board. Last but definitely not least, we're taking Jackson Merrill of the San Diego Padres to get 2 or more bases. We cashed with him a few days ago, and we're going back to the well. He's on a 7-game hitting streak, and I love the matchup against Montas. And that's going to conclude today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. 14 and 10 on all highlighted plays. Let's go get number 15 and keep it rolling. I appreciate the support so much. I do this every day for free, so please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It's your boy, Yo. And until the next one, I'm going to catch y'all. Peace.